What's up, everybody? Alright, I know you're probably already looking at the title of this and going, oh no, not another medical video. Yeah, it's another medical related video. I know I'm harping on those, but there's a reason why I'm harping on those. And if y'all will excuse me momentarily, you know, we got to have a little bit of go juice. I keep telling you guys, I've been rambling on about it in multiple videos now. Get your med stuff squared away. Make sure you're able to treat injuries of all different kind of levels. I've showed y'all a number of different kits. Excuse me. And I wanted to throw out a word about some of that before I get into the topic of this one. Everything I'm showing y'all medical wise, or really any video, right, is stuff that I like and trust and believe in. I typically, most of the time, I won't do a video on something if I don't like it, because I'm still a believer that any exposure is good exposure, even if it's negative. And if there's something that I don't think is good or don't like, I don't want to give it exposure and put it out there because I don't think it's a good thing. So if I'm showing it to you, then I like it and think it's a good product. So keep that in mind. It's not that I never find things that have problems. I do find things that have problems. I'm just typically not going to talk about them because I'm not going to use it. And if I'm not going to use it, I'm not going to show it to you. But if I'm going to use it, then I'll show it to you. Make sense? Hope so. Excuse me. Anyway, so another bleeder / IFAK type kit. This one is from RTS Tactical. Bottom line up front, I like this kit. I think it's a pretty good kit. It's a good option for you. I think it's worth considering and looking into. Again, everything I've showed you I like. Now I do have preferences on things myself of how I specifically want it and what my order of choices are. I can already tell you this one is in my top list. So just on the outside, you can get it in a couple of different colors. I know this one's in Coyote. I know they've got, I think, can't remember if it's Ranger Green or OD Green, but there's a green one, black, pretty sure multicam. I think that's the four main ones. But it's a good Cordura material. You've got, it takes 2 columns of moly. Interestingly enough, their moly straps on the back use a reinforced tab system, very similar to my tuck tab system that I use on my gear that I make. Theirs is a little different, a little longer, but quite honestly, I wouldn't care if it was exactly the same because I know it works because I use a similar system myself and I'm a fan of it. There's a reason why I use it. So I like this. I like that a lot. There's nothing there to wear, break out. There's nothing there to wear out or break. Can you tell I need more coffee? Anywho, on this side of the pouch, there are 2 straps, Velcro, and 2 loops right here. This is for your shears. You can put them in this way, or you can invert them and put them in the bottom. And I know what you're probably thinking, well, I want to put them in the bottom. They might fall out. No, you got to actually tug these to get them out. If you put them in the bottom down here and orient them up like so, it's not coming out. You got to pull it. And then when you run the Velcro loop through there just as extra retention, you're good to go. So you got to really pull them, get them out. I'm not sure which brand shears these are. It's got their logo on their RTS, but they look like pretty much most of the other EMTs type shears that you see on the market. They seem good quality. They're not flimsy or anything. They cut, they do what they're supposed to do. So there's that. On the other side, you've got some shock cord right here. I think the shock cord is a good spot, a really, really good spot for a cat tourniquet, right? Really good spot for a cat tourniquet. More on that in a minute. You do have some laser cut molle webbing on the front right here. You could attach more stuff to the front if you wanted to. Easy enough. Velcro up top. You can put a med patch. There is a pull handle, and it does have Velcro on it, and there's a removable red tab right there. Not a bad idea. Now to open this pouch, and I'm going to hold on to the loops as if I've got it mounted. There's two zippers that you can see that run down the side. You grab the zip disc and you pull, and you can see how it just opens up, right? So inside, as she opens up, you've got shock cord all down the front. You've got some elastic loops on the side and some shock cord on this side. Hope you can see all that. Some shock cord on the front of this main pouch right here. In it, we've got underneath here, and I'm not going to take it all out because I don't have to put it all back. You've got a set of nitrile gloves. You've got an NPA and lube. You've got a CPR face shield. Some looks like fairly good tape. On this side, there's a SWAT T tourniquet. On the other side, you've got some, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's compressed gauze. I was trying to see what brand it was, but you've got some compressed gauze over there. Everything fits in here really good. You've got a Callum light stick. Cool. Oddly enough, you've got the red cord on it that you could use for a signal. If you don't know how to use those, go look it up. And then you've got a mini Sharpie right here. Inside the main pouch right here, you've got a 4-inch emergency dressing. You've got some clip-clot gauze, and then a Hyphen compact chest seal twin pack. This is the same twin pack that my buddy at Stuck Pig Medical has in my bleeder pouch kits for my bleeder pouches that I make and recommend. So all in all, it's a good bleeder kit with a couple of extras. You got your pressure bandage, the gauze, etc., etc. I like having the SWAT T in there. So a couple of notes on that real quick, because I know somebody's probably going to say something. I like a SWAT T for applying to someone else or using to make a pressure bandage out of in conjunction with the gauze. If for applying to myself, I would rather have a cat. You could do a SWAT T in an emergency, but I think a cat's going to be a little bit easier to self-apply. The SWAT T is fine to apply on someone else. So what I would do and will do personally in utilizing this kit is, remember the shock cord on the outside I mentioned? That's where I'll add a cat tourniquet to, just so I've got a cat on the outside to grab for myself, and then have the SWAT T as a backup, whatever. All in all, I think this is a pretty doggone good kit. I think you could certainly do a lot worse. A lot worse. I like the pouch a lot. To close it, you just zip it back up like such. And then there's Velcro in the top right here and Velcro on this piece. So when you pull the zippers up, that Velcro will secure that down so that nothing gets in or gets out. You've got good paracord with shrink wrap on the zippers. Makes for really good pulls if you want to manually open or close it. Takes up 2 columns of molle, which I like. A lot of kits out there take up 3 or 4 columns of molle, And depending on where you're running it at, how you have your gear set up, sometimes that's an issue, having enough moly to put it on there. A kit that's that big, that takes up that many columns of moly, I really prefer to have on the outside of my ruck. I like a smaller kit like this on my gear that's not taking up as much space. This is my immediate go-to, and then I've got the bigger kit on my ruck after I use this to get myself, stabilized real quick. But yeah, this is another good option, guys. It's not cheap junk in my opinion. I'm not sure where it's made, but quite honestly, to me, that's largely irrelevant. Where it's made doesn't matter. It either works or it doesn't work. It's either good or it's not good. Lots of people and places are capable of making good stuff. Like I said, this feels like a good 500D Cordura. I don't see any problems with the construction of it. Y'all know I sew. It's my business. That's what I do. So the quality of the pouch looks great. I like the design. It's very quick to get into and access and open. Heck, as much as I like my own pouches that I use, I might grab another one of these just to have a couple to set up on some other stuff. Again, about the only thing I would add would be a cat tourniquet, and you conveniently got a shock cord placed right there to add one to. It's almost like somebody thought of that. Again, shears on the outside. Ugh. There we go. You just bring that down. We'll just put that on there loose, and voila. RTS Tactical. I will put a link to it in the description box. Big thanks to them for sending this to me to check out. I greatly appreciate it. You can't have too much med stuff. If you're not paying attention to current events and you don't see the need to make sure you've got medical stuff, I don't know what to tell you. Again, go back and look at my other videos. If I've got a video on a medical item, it's because I like it. I have verified it with my own experience or through people with much more experience than me. There's lots of good stuff out there. All the ones that I've done, I recommend. And right now, that's about three different companies that I really have as my go-to. You can add this as one of those three. So hope that points some of you in the right direction. If it works for you, check it out. If it doesn't, then do you. As always, guys, I appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by. Get ready. TikTok. I will see you in another one.